Okay, hey, I had sweet potatoes on my menu for tonight. We're having leftover Brunswick stew that I had made that giant pot, and I froze 2 bowls of it, and I had sweet potatoes on there, and I thought, oh, kind of tired of plain old sweet potatoes, so I found a recipe from Hungry Girl. She makes it in a full pack, and I'm not doing that. I'm just changing it and adapting it to put in a dish in the oven, and I thought, you know what, I would just bring y'all along because it sounds pretty tasty. And I had the ingredients, and I had some apples fixing to go bad that I needed to use up, so it just kind of worked out. Now I went ahead and I chopped 2 sweet potatoes. Now this is what these did. They were 22 ounces before I peeled them. Once I peeled them, they were 17 ounces. So I don't really know. I've got to look into this a little bit further, but I need to get my supper in the oven. Preheat 350. This is the raw ounces. So it's going to cook, and I don't know if those points are different for cooked ounces. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to weigh and measure this out. We'll have to see when I get to that. And 1 large apple, but my large apple had some brown spots, so I had a big one and a small one. So I just cut them both. And I'm just going to be honest with you. It's a wonder I remember where I find recipes because I'm bad about not writing it down. But I'm also bad about just hitting the highlights. Scrolling through the recipe, hitting the ingredients, not really getting full detailed instructions. I just kind of go with it. So I don't know if she peeled hers or not, but I thought, well, they really don't need to be peeled. That just gives you extra nutrients. So I've already sprayed the inside of this. I think this is a two quart. This one's not marked on the bottom, but you could do it in a full pack, I guess. I just didn't feel the need. It might be, maybe she did it on the grill. I don't know. I just saw sweet potatoes and apples, and that's what I was making, and then I had apples, so that's why I decided to do this. Well, this makes more than I kind of thought it would. I didn't mean to bump that, y'all. I'm sorry. Now, let me find something to stir. That'll be good enough. So let's just kind of mix these around. Now, we got some. I wrote it down here because I'm in a hurry. I've not got time for memorizing. So, she uses brown sugar. I'm going to use my Lakanto brown sugar blend, the Golden Blend. If you want to use regular brown sugar, it did take it up an extra point as the way I have it figured now. I'm not exactly sure how many servings I'm going to get because I'm not really sure, like I said, how I want to measure it. So I'm doubling because I'm glad I did because that looks like a lot. I hope this is enough flavoring to go on there. If not, I'll know next time if it's something I want to make again. Dash of salt because, you know, salt always brings up the sweetness. I'm doubling her cinnamon too. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then just a dash of nutmeg. She doesn't say mix it in a bowl, but I thought it would go around the sweet potatoes and the apples a little bit better if we stirred it up in here together first. I thought the flavor might disperse a little bit better. Okay. This smells really good. Now let's just sprinkle it over. That might be enough. We'll see. You know it's going to let off juices while it's cooking. And I believe this might be awful good. What I'm hoping is that the apples don't get mushy waiting on the taters to bake. So I need 2 tablespoons. This is just the Country Crock Light. I scraped up as much as I can. If I got 2 tablespoons in here, I have another container. So we just dot these over the top. I was reading back and it said she dotted with butter, then she sprinkled with the seasoning, but that didn't make sense to me, so I didn't I didn't do it like that. Oh, I am gonna get just enough. Then we're gonna put a lid on it. Bake it in the foil. It was 25 minutes at 350. Oh, well, I guess if it says 350, then it's not over the grill. Good grief. So, here we go. That's all there was to it. Hardest thing was chopping them up, and I didn't do that because, sweet potatoes are hard to chop, let me tell you. 350, 25 minutes. We're going to check it. We'll poke them with a knife and see if they're tender, and then when it gets done, I'll let you know exactly how long it took. Okay, it did not take 25 minutes. It was not even halfway done. Literally halfway done. It took 50 minutes, and they're perfectly tender. Now, I did already taste one because I wanted to make sure. You might want a little bit more sweetener. Sprinkle a little bit more of your sugar substitute on it as you eat it, or it could be just sweet enough for you. But I'm going to see if I can measure. I checked the raw sweet potato points and the cooked sweet potato points, and they were only off like 2 points for the same ounces. So I'm just going to go with the raw since I know that's how many I had. Actually, I think I'm going to go cup-wise because since the apples are in there, we can't really go ounce-wise, can we? That is 3 cups. So let's kind of get an idea what we want a serving to look like. We could get 6 servings out of that if we do a half a cup. Let's see if that's going to be enough to eat. I think 6 servings made it out to be, I'll have it in the description. It's either 2 or 3. Oh, that's big enough. What do you think? That's a big enough serving to go beside a meal. So I think we'll call it 6 servings, and I will have the points in the description box.